Good morning, everyone. These are my tools of the trade this morning. Framing hammer and some sheet metal shears. What am I doing? Well, I'm weeding the garden, of course. If we check out the field over here, we'll see that the weeds are providing some really stiff competition for the actual rows of plants. Now, I have like 4 different varieties of potatoes, and they're all acting different. But overall, when a plant starts drooping and looking really sad, and the rest look fine, there's an issue. Now, as this is my first time growing potatoes, I honestly don't even know what to look for when the stuff's all done. I thought the yellowing and the falling down of the leaves might be like, oh, they're done. So, hop on the web, do a little research, find out that when potato plants start producing their flowers, they are actually producing potatoes as well. So, it says a few weeks after the flowers are done falling off, the potatoes are ready to die off. So, in my opinion, that's middle of July. I went and got some more water yesterday, transferred a tiny bit of it to our water tanks, and then dumped the rest in the field. I have never given the field this big of a drink. You can see right over here where this hose is, that's me emergency watering. These two right here. These were completely like on the ground, ready to die. After that watering last night, look at how tall it's standing up. At attention, ready to go. Yes, this potato will live. And so will the rest. The whole field's looking great. So, I'm here to make it even better. Well, the hammer was in hopes of grabbing this taproot and pulling it out, but this thing is just shredding. This is like one resilient weed. Okay. I guess now comes the second part. Some of these tumbleweeds are so big now they have giant stalks and I can't even pull them out of the ground. It's really insane. My goal for this morning is to come back along the row, and any tumbleweed that encroaches a hill or a mound gets pulled out. I'm leaving the ones that are like right here in between the rows because it's too hot already at 7 in the morning to do any of this. So looks like I need to get up at 5. Alright, so here's what I do to take care of these tumbleweeds. So tumbleweeds are nice for weeds in the fact they have a very long taproot. Just a single one. So I can take this hammer, come in sideways, expose the taproot as it is. Then I come in here with the snips and just snip that taproot like that. Then can pick up, usually can pick up the dead one, toss it to the side. They're dangerous as heck. They have very small tines or spindles or needles or whatever you want to call it. They hurt to deal with. Well, it's getting there. Man, weeding is like ridiculous work. I think this next season I'm going to try to do the no-till dealio with dumping cardboard everywhere. Because this is ridiculous. So, I've done a lot of weeding. There's like a giant pile of green tumbleweed over the chickens area. I found a better way to pull these things. It looks like the hammer was definitely the way to go. So, you'll see that tumbleweeds come from a central spot, right? And on the smaller ones I tried this, didn't work, but on the big rooted ones, look at that. Just pulls it right up. Just grab it. Toss it over the chickens and move on. It makes it pretty quick and easy work. Just kind of trace it back to the point that it ain't moving. that's that. It's kind of saved my back a lot too from having to bend over and snip it off. And so now I'm just kind of going through, cleaning the remainders out of the ground, exposing the root to the sun so it dies. At least that's the hopes. Yeah. We go over here. There's a bunch more, so I can just The hammer really is the way to go. The taproot's like a nail, so when it's thick enough, it grabs on just fine, but when it's young and thin, the hammer doesn't work too well. Luckily, or not, I suppose, I have a lot of mature ones everywhere. So jeez. If you ever have tumbleweeds, I would suggest killing them with fire. Just get them gone. Apparently the tumbleweed, when it's mature, it dries up and releases up to 500,000, that's 500,000 seeds as it tumbles across the land. That is very efficient reseeding. So this one's encroaching on the row. And you can see where I came through and like trimmed this before, all this short stubby stuff. Did nothing. Root system was still intact. Just bounced right back. So make sure to pull the roots up completely. Come on. You know, this, what is this thing? 22 ouncer. It's probably a little too heavy to be swinging around like this. My forearm is killing me. Okay, all these are dead here. In the middle, you can see the tap roots up. I'm dripping here. It's getting too hot for me to be doing this right now. So I think I'm going to find the biggest ones and take them out, and then leave this stuff to grow again. Almost there. Alright, I've come to the end of the row. Trusty framing hammer did great for removing tumbleweeds. If they're large enough, I would recommend it as the first option to removal. Maybe not a 22 ouncer. So, here we go. Mostly weeded. Tons and tons of tumbleweeds tossed over the chickens. That's great. It's time for me to go inside, drink lots of water, and take a little rest. I hope everyone's Thursday's going well. It's nice and early in the day still. Lots to pick up. Projects to do. Hope you have a wonderful afternoon now. Thought I'd take a few seconds to go over my new pumpless irrigation system. Here it is. IBC tote, gravity, irrigation hose, field. Well, that's it. Alright, back here by the main cabin. The next goal I'm going to set for myself, and it ain't going to be today, but maybe for the next couple days, just appeared on the honeydew list. Clear all the tumbleweed in a line from the cabin to the rabbits back behind the clotheslines. The missus does not like the undulating ground and wants a nice smooth pathway. I think I can do that.